Hello, check, check. I know UPI works better than checks, but yeah, thank you. All right, it's a Sunday afternoon, and I believe it gets a little boring sometimes. So, sitting in for a session may not really be worth it for now, but believe me, if you're going to be there right throughout, you certainly will have no regrets. So, those of you who can hear me, and if you're outside, we're going to invite you to join in for our session, which is Beyond Lanes and Legacy, Market India Gold Capital, and the future of jewelry trade. We're all interested in the future, and today our speaker here is all set to give us some insights. So, we have a senior sales and marketing professional with over 2 decades, it's 20 years of experience building and scaling large consumer and trade driven businesses across India. His career has been focused on the core challenge how businesses grow when infrastructure, trust, and scale come together. Well, he represents the SPR market of India, a next generation organized marketplace to build, solve long standing inefficiencies and challenges in Indian wholesale brand. Well, I could go on and on talking about him, but I think it'll make more sense to you when he gets over and you guys can listen directly from the horse's mouth. So, once again, inviting people to come a little closer, you can step forward. इसका एक और फायदा है, आपका फोटो शायद हमारे वेबसाइट वगैरह पे आ जाए। आजकल लोग फेमस हो जाते हैं बस ऐसे ही। फायदा फेमस होने का है, होता ही है। आई बिलीव यू ऑल अग्री विद दैट, या पीपल? Okay, forgive me for this because I just trying to wake you up a little and make the best of an afternoon on Sunday. But without further ado, let's hear it for our speaker, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Harish Satnal.
You did. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, GJPC, for presenting our product and our dream at a place like IAGS and to the audience like you all. It is my pleasure to be here. I'm Harish. I represent SPR Construction Limited. We are building just not spaces, we're building very thoughtful, integrated business opportunities for the last 50 years. I'm going to present our dream and our product. Let's start going. So we all know the industry expanded from about 3.5 lakh crores to 7 lakh crores in the last 5 years. The trade is bigger than ever. This is the biggest it has gotten in the last decade. The demand is stronger. Buyers are changing. The behaviors are changing. The markets, we all know, it's scattered, the complex logistics, and then multi-state dependency is there. The industry has evolved, the systems have not. The gap between the ambition and the infrastructure is where both the opportunities today lie. There is the trade, we all know the trade doesn't fail because of the demand. It only fails because the infrastructure lacks ambition. This is the gap right now in the industry. It can be Mumbai, it can be Chennai, it can be Delhi. Any wholesale market we see right now, the biggest challenge is not the demand. The biggest challenge right now is the infrastructure, which lacks ambition. So these are some of the costs for the legacy market, the hidden cost of legacy market. When I say severe congestion, we all know it leads to limited productivity. When I say poor hygiene, it affects the brand perception. Whatever we build inside, when people walk through these poor hygiene lanes, it affects the perception. Inadequate parking, this is one big challenge for people. It is driving today's buyers away. The corporates, none of the corporates are visiting the markets right now. We are forced to go meet the corporates. When you're meeting the corporates, the opportunity of showcasing the products is very limited. So poor, inadequate parking is a very big problem. Very less space for expansion, or the space is very expensive right now. There are markets which charge about 2 lakh crore per square feet right now. The spaces have become extremely expensive to expand. Safety and security is a very big concern. Outdated buildings, which pose huge fire hazards. What this happens, when I say inadequate security, and all of this will pose to, the problem is the peace of mind. None of us have peace of mind. The insurance companies ask certain parameters or certain SOPs to be met to give you the required insurance amount. Because of the facilities right now, we will not be able to get that. That's a very big threat right now. Growth limitations, scalability is a very big challenge for expanding business. I have been visiting these wholesale markets and some of the biggest wholesalers. One thing which is interesting, or when I see it, it's completely different. For somebody who's coming from the outside, this is completely different. There's a very big head table. Behind the head table, there are 2 or 3 chairs. There are 2 or 3 promoters are sitting behind one head table. I have not seen this in any industry. That's only because of the infrastructure challenges what we have. These are some of the hidden costs for operating in legacy markets. These are not just cosmetic challenges, right? These are barriers for expansion. So what this costs on a every day for a business, the biggest problem is we lose buyers. International buyers don't come to our markets. Corporate buyers don't come to our markets. We lose buyers. There is a reduced productivity. When I say reduced productivity, we don't get, for example, it could be SQL or BVC. The kind of struggle what they have to go through in delivering the products, it just kind of kills the productivity. Security anxiety is very high. Peace of mind. You have certain amount of stock, but the insurance is limited to certain value because of infrastructure. That's the biggest challenge for all of us, and succession challenges, which I explained in my previous slide. The question here isn't whether the upgrade is happening to our environment or not. The biggest question we have to answer today is how much longer we can afford not to improve our infrastructure. The times have gone. People, the second generation and the third generation retailers, they expect certain kind of experience when they come to a counter. When they come to a market, they expect certain kind of experience. We see in forums like IAGS or any other shows, the amount of purchase what the retailer does is at least 3-4 times of purchase what they do at a regular counter. This clearly shows when there is an infrastructure which supports the business ambition, the purchase will be higher, and then there is a scope of business to expand and bigger. So this, what we're presenting today, is in South India. I just wanted to tell you, as people in the business, we all know how big the gold industry is. South India is completely non-negotiable, which is, when I say 40% of the gold consumption, we're talking about close to 3 lakh crore is the size of the region. And highest inventory velocity is in South India. It is led by the amount of jewelry which is bought either for wedding or other purposes. South Indians are very close to having jewelry, and it is the highest consumption market. More number of manufacturers are based out of South India. Some of the data says it's about 65% of the manufacturing base is in South India. This is just not a market. South is just not the market I'm talking about. It's the market to be in. If we as a brand don't have a strategy for South, if we are a business who doesn't have strategy for South, it also means that as a business, we don't have strategy for the entire nation. We are not a pan-India brand, or we are not a pan-India business enterprise. So South plays a very important role, because I'm representing, and what we are going to showcase right now is something rooted in South. That's why I'm trying to tell you how big South India is. Again, 3 lakh crore market. When I zoom in, or when I double click on Chennai alone, Tamil Nadu is about 25% of this 40% market. We're talking about 1 lakh market, only one state. It's a very big opportunity for all the wholesalers and manufacturers to be there. But the legacy market comes at a cost. And at SPR, at Market of India, we're trying to work that out and then give a platform to everyone to win. South India is about 5 distinct states, one big opportunity. Tamil Nadu, it's a home for century, the old century-old karigars are there, and a very established network is there in Tamil Nadu. When I talk about Kerala, highest per capita consumption of jewelry is even today happening in Kerala. Karnataka, it's a growing hub. for contemporary jewelry and branded jewelry. Andhra and Telangana together, it's one of the fastest emerging urban centers, creating new demand. South India doesn't move as a block. No, it is an emotion. Every state has one emotion, and as a business owner, we need to handle every state differently. And doing that is very difficult and sitting in one place which is not in South India. The representation of your business has to be in South. These are some pictorial representation of what the legacy wholesale market looks like. We all know it's cramped and packed. Lack of sanitation is a very big issue. There's no parking space. We all know that. None of the buyers, the new age buyers are not coming in. That's a very big problem we all have. Lack of security. The insurance companies doesn't. They have certain SOPs. Yesterday ICICI and all the other banks were doing a lot of presentation. They are talking about the future. When they're talking about the future, they are also looking at certain process to be followed and met. That's a very big problem at the legacy markets. We don't have space to do our own marketing activities. At this point in legacy markets, we rely on others to do our own marketing, and shortage of storage space. So Chennai, again, it's a natural capital. The reason why I call Chennai a natural capital is the relationships are already there. Century-old Karigar experiences there in the market. Sorry. The entire value chain in Chennai exists already. Chennai serves as a natural meeting point. There is no state bias in Chennai. Maximum accessibility for all the regional players. If you look at the three strong national players are from South India. When I say three strong national players, they control close to 35% to 40% of market share. We're talking about Tanishq, Malabar, and GRT. These three brands control 35% to 40% of market. They are all from South India. And Chennai have access to all these players. World-class roads, rail, port, and air. Everything is direct, and Chennai is already a center of gravity for many businesses. And gold has flourished from Chennai. And our project, the reason why I keep talking about South and Chennai more is the project what we are going to showcase right now is from Chennai. Chennai is your gateway to beyond. People, Southeast Asian countries, the access to Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Singapore, and Middle East, one of the highest. And Chennai or South India is one of the fastest growing jewelry market. We spoke about this earlier, and I just go to the next slide. I represent this company called SPR. We are here in the construction business from 1972 till 2026. We have built the biggest integrated infrastructure in Chennai, talking about 15 lakh square feet of organized marketplace for manufacturers and wholesalers of different commodities to operate. And all the projects what we have done so far, they are all with a very long-term vision. They're all first of its kind to the market where we are. All these projects are benchmark projects in Chennai and Tamil Nadu. SPR just doesn't develop real estate. We are not just another real estate development company. We work towards creating industries to operate more efficiently. Now, the dream behind the market of India is building a space which can bring all the industries in one place and make the operation seamless. That's the dream behind this project. And when I say SPR, do not think about inventory, think about infrastructure. This is pushing Chennai and the business to the next level. This is our team, the management team. Mr. Hitesh Kawad, he is here today. He's our CEO and Managing Director of SPR Management System. And we have Mr. Chetan Bora and Naveen Ranka, for our directors, and Kush Surabhi. This is our management team. They are our board of directors. Mr. Hitesh Kawad comes from an business empire. You know, he knows gold and jewelry very well. His father has been in this business. He understands the pain of operating business in a legacy wholesale market. Because of his understanding, you know, he thought he wanted to bring some solution to this business problem. That's how MOI was born. He's here, you know, I will, post my discussion, I will ask him to come and share a few words and his thought process. So, what is Market of India? What is MOI? It's a trade infrastructure at a national scale. I will just use the laser pointer. This is a 65, the top right corner, there is a picture. The 65-acre property. There is residences. The residence towers are first of its kind in South India. 45-floor towers. And the infrastructure, what you see here, the infrastructure, what you see there, the front, that's the mall for end consumers. The mall is again, this is the mall. The mall has about 1.2 lakh square feet space. It's the largest mall in South India. Just behind the mall, we have about 15 lakh square feet of marketplace. Now, this marketplace is divided into multiple floors. Each floor is dedicated to one commodity. This is where the business in the future for multiple commodities is going to happen. You know, this has the velocity to bring all the business. This is going to be a gravitational force in Chennai. Sorry. I'm sorry, the computer is acting a little weird. Those are right. I think the laser pen is here. So this is the mall I was talking about. 1.2 million square feet is the size of the mall. And just behind the mall is what we have, this 15 lakh square feet of ecosystem. Laser pointer, there is a problem. दोबारा क्लोज कर रहा हूँ. So sorry. The first picture, what you see is the infrastructure 3D view. The pictures below that is the actual pictures which are taken. We are at about 80-85% completion right now. The mall is Our endeavor is to get the mall open by December 26. This will be functional from December 26. That's our endeavor, that's our pursuit, and we are working towards that. What I wanted to leave you with this slide is it's just not a real estate, it's a infrastructure designed to scale. It could be a manufacturer or a wholesaler. This is the next phase of business. We all saw the business evolve. Let's talk about other business. I'm not talking about gold. The business has evolved from a mom and pop store, kirana stores, to a supermarket to your Amazon and Flipkart. From them, it is quick commerce right now. For gold and jewelry business, we all started from very smaller lanes, and this is the next evolution for those lanes. Welcome to Market of India. This is how the entire structure will be there once it's completed. The residences are behind, and the mall will be in the forefront. And just behind the mall, we have 15 lakh square feet of space for mixed commodity. This isn't just mixed use of real estate. It's a very comprehensive thought process. Jewelry is not a part of this infrastructure as an afterthought. It is the core of this infrastructure, that's how we built it. India Gold Capital doesn't compete with our existing, it's not going to compete with the existing markets. The thought process is not that. The thought process is to take the current market to the next level. The thought process is to bring more retailers and corporate customers to your outlet in a week, once in a week, or once in a month, once in 3 months. Now that's the thought process. We wanted to give them a space where they can come and select their own products, which will help us build the business to the next level. That's the thought process for India Gold Capital. That's what it is. I'm just going to show a small AV about the same. First. This is the scale what we're talking about, 1.6 lakh square feet of carpet area. This is a very, it's a critical mass. There is nothing like this available in the country right now. There is enough space to create and complete an ecosystem where manufacturers, wholesalers, and service providers can all operate in a very close proximity. The business will grow here. India Gold Capital is designed to grow with you. Flexible floor plans are available. It will accommodate the changing needs. Adjacent units available for expansion, and infrastructure is scaled for all your future growth. The floor is dedicated only for jewelers, 100% jewelry, and the horizon, what we are thinking about for this existence is more than 100 years, but I'm trying to be very humble and then put 70 to 80 years of horizon. So the next generation, the generation after that, and the generation after that, the expansion is possible and the growth is possible with Market of India, India Gold Capital. Who this belongs to: manufacturers, wholesalers, bullion dealers, designers, exporters, and trade services. India Gold Capital isn't just about who you are, who we are, it's about who our neighbors are. Every tenant who will be selected are to ensure that the ecosystem functions as an integrated businesses with close proximity. We are hoping it will create a lot of value to the business we are in today. I'm talking about gold and jewelry industry. The proximity of so many good tenants who are trying to drive the business will only improve the threshold of the industry. I'm talking about dedicated loading infrastructure, multi-level parking, 24/7, three-tier security, and advanced fire safety system. Please note, these are not luxury features. They are today's operational necessities. India Gold Capital eliminates all the frictional points right now, whatever you have in the existing legacy markets. These friction points don't help the businesses, but they slow down the businesses. And like I said, in the first couple of slides, there's a huge hidden cost for all these friction and the challenges what we have in the legacy market. That's what we are trying to remove in India Gold Capital, which is going to give you peace of mind and the scope to build your business and take your business to the next level and ensure this business stays for the next 80 to 100 years. I was talking about the infrastructure. We have a central plaza, which is about 1 lakh square feet. The plaza creates moments that traditional marketers cannot offer. The traditional markets cannot give you a space like this. These opportunities not only elevate the brand, but it will also help us build very strong relationship with our existing customers right now. And how we create these relationships, we can promise with the kind of space we have, the experiences to the buyers. The better the experience, the number of times they're going to visit us in a year will improve and increase. That's what the Central Plaza is going to give us. This is the actual pictures of how the property look right now. These are pictures which I took with my own camera. All the floors are up. I took this from 42nd floor of one of the apartments or residences we've constructed already. All the floors are up. And the second photograph on top right, if you look at it, that's not showing something about our infrastructure, but it shows the ecosystem where we are in right now. We are talking about 10,000 to 12,000 high net worth individuals living in and around the space what we are building, which is potentially one of the biggest consumer bank for any brand. It's all under 1 kilometer radius. Walking distance, we have 10,000 to 12,000 high net worth individual families. If we decide at some point, we will also sell to end consumers. The space is dedicated for B2B at this point. Second video. This video is just no volume. This video is only to show you the scale of the building what we have constructed so far and the neighborhood to give you a feeler of how the space is and what kind of consumers are living around. This is not away from Chennai. This is about 3 kilometers away from the current South NSC Bose Road market, about 4 kilometers from the Central Railway Station. It's very much inside the city. This is not an infrastructure which is coming outside. That's another major point, because there is no other land parcel or nobody else have a space like this, what we have at SPR inside city. So another big thing I just wanted to tell you, there is a retail space also we have at SPR in the same 65-acre area. There is a mall and there is a wholesale marketplace what we have built. We also have a high street retail. In the high street retail, we have Jewellery purchase about 12,000 square feet outright purchase and about 5,000 square feet. We are in discussion for them to expand. So 18,000 square feet outlet is what is coming for Joy in the premise. This is just not telling the Joy is there. This is me telling you that a brand like Joy has confidence in the geography where we are in right now. They just secured one of the highest and very good position. This shows their confidence on us. This is only to imbibe that same confidence with the business leaders here. So this is our execution roadmap. The timeline is very realistic. It's just not commitment. It's a very realistic timeline. This is not again speculative. This is an institutional grade infrastructure being built by developer with a very proven track record. I just showed you a couple of slides before. The company is there for last 50 years, and every infrastructure what we have built, they're all first of its kind in the entire south of India. So with a very good proven track record and long horizon is what our thought process were, and that's how we build our infrastructures. So this is a small explanation of how the market of India, the flooring structure is. There are two basements for parking and there is a cellar level. The lower ground level is 1.5 lakh square feet dedicated for building and construction material. The ground level is again 2.5 lakh square feet for building and construction material. UG level is for electronics and appliances, 2.5 lakh square feet. LF is about, it's a smart storage space. There's nothing like this in India. 1.5 lakh square feet space is there. Above is concourse level. We have 2.5 lakh square feet dedicated only for gold and jewelry business. L1 level is for apparel and accessories, and L2 is for lifestyle and consumer goods. So together we have about 15 lakhs square feet across, and this is how the master plan is. The portion which is marked in yellow, the bottom one is the Mall of Madras. It's the biggest or the largest mall in Chennai right now, in Tamil Nadu right now, in south of India right now. The blue one, which is behind, that's again market of India, but that's phase 2 for us. The phase 1 is between the blue one and the orange one. We have about 3,000 outlets, 15 lakh square feet. For gold alone, we are talking about 2.5 lakh square feet area, 1.6 lakh square feet carpet with 600 outlets. And to the right, you see a green patch and then a blue color space. That's where Joy Alucas is taken, 12,000 square feet. This is an integrated place where retailers are also coming. The blue space is going to be built like Gold Souk of Dubai, 60,000 square feet only for retailers to do business. We are in discussion with all the other top players to be there. You have retailers coming there, you have manufacturers, wholesalers, and the entire gold and jewelry ecosystem to be there. About the location, I explained this a while back. We are only 4 kilometers away from Central Railway Station, which is Chennai's entry, and 3.5 kilometers away from the current legacy market, NSE Bose Road. And this is one of the biggest infrastructure project in Chennai right now, which is inside the city. In Mumbai standards or parlance, we look at it, all the infrastructure, big projects are happening little outside Mumbai, but this is inside city. These are some of the generated pictures to show you, to showcase how the project will look like, how a wholesale market will look like after completion. Now, this is going to be the drop-off point. This is how the goods lift area is going to be. And the gold jewelry place, people will come up the ramp and they will get dropped at the concourse ramp. They will get dropped at the 4th floor and they go directly to the market and then they come back and leave. These are ramps, and this is how the wholesale market will look like. This is something we envisioned. This is our dream, and we wanted to share it with you. And we want you to be a part of this dream right now. The advantage, the biggest advantage for the first mover is the space. There is a prime location inside the mall. I understand, people will say that we will see how this market will perform and then we will come back. But the people who come later, they will not be ensuring, getting a good place. They will have to stick to a place which is available. The early movers will have the advantage of choosing what is right for them. That's about it. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, to come here and be here for us. Thank you. Thank you, GJPC. Yeah, if anyone have any questions, I'd be happy to.
Please tell me one thing. How many footfalls, I mean retailers, if I have to know, you are expecting that might come every day in Mall of India for jewelry?
For the Mall of India, we're talking about 30 lakh people coming in a month for the mall. For the wholesale market, we're expecting the entire retail network in South of India to come here on a monthly basis.
And how will the retailers in South India get to know about Market of India?
That's going to be the major work of Market of India team. We're just not selling the real estate here. I'm the category head for the gold floor. Now, when I say I'm the category head, my biggest or my only KPI is to make this floor function and flourish. I and my team would be driving activities across all the south markets to bring retailer to this place. So the work is not limited to you to drive your business. The work, it's going to be a joint venture between you and me. The profits all yours. We are not going to get any. We're not going to ask for anything from the profits. The profits are all yours. But we will be working towards making the retailers come there. That's our work. So your P&L is my responsibility, and we will be driving in, walk in to the place.
And what is the ratio you see of the business shifting from Saukarpet, which happens to be the wholesale market today, to Market of India?
See, the target is again. This is not something we're doing against Saukarpet or NSE Post Road. This is to take the NSE Post Road experience to the next level. We want 100% of business right now to move from Saukarpet to here. But I understand it's very difficult and it's not possible to. But some businesses which will move here, it will help the brands and the companies or the houses in Saukarpet to give better experience to their customers who are coming in, which will at point, I'm talking about another 3 to 4 years down the line, 50 to 60% of the business for entire South India wholesale. I'm talking about entire South India, not just Saukarpet. Entire South India wholesale to happen from Market of India, India Gold Capital. That's our vision, and that's what we're working towards. It's just not Saukarpet. We are not targeting Saukarpet, or Saukarpet is not the competition.
No, why I said that? Because if anybody is taking a space here, so they need to have a surety that there'll be walk-ins.
I understand. And it is our endeavor to bring the walk-in. Yeah. We will be doing calendar-based activities month on month across all the markets in South India to bring these retailers to this space. That's what we are going to do.
And the complete Market of India will be functional by end of 2026?
By December 2026, we will be giving this for fit out, and our endeavor is to get it operational by December 2026.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Questions? Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for your. Thank you GJPC. And our teams are here. If any details required, me and my teams are here. We'll be happy to assist and take this conversation to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sundar, for telling us that. I'm going to ask you to just come to the center of the stage if it's possible. We need to just hand over a token of appreciation to you. Thank you for being our speaker at Innov8 Talks and bringing us all the information about this retail outlet. We wish you all the best, you and your team. Our next session is about to begin in a bit. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in here. We'll see you for the next session as well. Thank you. A very good afternoon to people around. We're looking forward to seeing you for our next session. A very, very interesting and exciting session for each and every one of you. Just feel free to walk in. This is about how to think 10x, breaking mental barriers. We have one of the best motivational speaker in the country and across the globe that could be present here with us today. We're looking forward to seeing people to join us for this session, and we invite you. We're about to just start in a short while from now. Thank you.